Hey everybody, this is Jack Allwell with another Money episode. Today I'm discussing why I quit my W-2 job. Back in 2020, I was also slightly unemployed at the end of the year as I quit that job to finish up my actuarial studies and get married in Austria. And I was house hacking at the time, so that was covering a lot of my expenses, an extra probably $2,700 with the rents and the utility splits. So that was a great revenue generator and really helped me do a lot of the things that I was able to do, like travel and spend more money on other areas of my life that I prioritized over just, getting by, I guess. 2020, I was house hacking. End of 2020, we got married in Austria. The thought was she would come back to the States with me. And if we were to start going through the green card process, she would not be able to work. So I would need to get a job, and I got a job in February 21. Very, very solid company. It was, good people there. And I just hit my 2-year mark, which would make me fully vested under their 401k plan. More on the 401k aspect to come later. Basically, I needed a job while we were going through the green card process. And a few months ago, we actually got the green card, and we didn't even need an interview from the immigration people, so that was really cool, a load off of our shoulders. And I felt much more at ease. We had built up a big cash cushion through our infinite banking policy and just our bank account, a little extra with the Bitcoin if we needed to tap into that. But basically, I felt like my work had kind of been suffering. My heart wasn't fully invested. And I felt like I was making some mistakes, both at work and in my side projects. For example, on the side projects, we had bought some land from this woman and we had sent her money back in November. And then recently I found out she actually never sent the affidavit of property value and the deed into the county recorder's office. So it actually never transferred. Now, I did call her. She said she has the documents and she'll send them in. But for whatever reason, they didn't get sent in. I didn't check up. That's totally on me. And if I wouldn't have been somewhat busy with other stuff, I probably would have checked into that. So I want to double down on looking at buying and selling land and working on projects like the Brothers cool YouTube videos, hopefully that you guys are at least somewhat enjoying. And the final straw was probably in relation to the 401k and kind of my pay bump. I just felt like it's going to be hard to outpace inflation with the salaries. I don't know if you saw my last inflation video, but my personal inflation rate, I put at about, 17%. So, you can argue with how I kind of calculated that or how I went through that, but my personal rate is definitely above the reported rate. And I felt that was, a big thing. Like it's going to be like you're really going against the current. So you can either keep going or you can try to learn some new skills that hopefully enable you to outpace your inflation rate. So gonna take a chance. My wife's still working. We have a big cash buffer. We had taken out a 401k loan about a year and a half ago to purchase the short-term rental in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. That had an outstanding balance of about $21,000. The plan in my 401k said you could only have one loan at a time, and that you could take out the minimum of half of the vested balance or $50,000. It was my impression that if I paid off the $21,000, I would be able to take out another $50K in a loan, and I wanted to use that to buy land. However, they said there's another IRS stipulation that says it's basically 50 minus your highest outstanding loan balance within the past year. If a year ago my balance was like 29,000, so I pay off my current 21,000, and then the 50 minus 29 is still 21. So I'd still only be able to take 21. So I just figured, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna surrender the 401k so I can get access to that money, because the more I learn about some of these vehicles, it doesn't really seem like you have as much control as I thought you did. So I'm going to surrender the 401k and use that cash to hopefully buy good value land and then flip it and get to invest it more in like the podcast and YouTube and learning things on that end. So hopefully This gives you some insight, maybe some inspiration to do the same. Kind of my thought procedure, and maybe this will help others go through the same type of thinking. Take care.